Hi, Manju. Let's see what's going on with your first essays. Okay. Some say that the main intention of schools should be to educate pupils, not its pupil, because it's schools, while others argue, argue that the education system should be more enjoyable. I totally agree with the latter statement because it plays a crucial role in developing what is the it here? You have to be a little clearer, okay, about what this it refers to. It plays a crucial role in developing their cognitive interpersonal skills. Okay, fine. All right. Firstly, the entertaining education system enhances children's intellectual skills. This is because when the learning process is interesting, the children tend to grasp things more quickly, not quicker, more quickly, and this increases their conscious thinking, which leads to better thinking process among students. All right, that's a little strange. Conscious thinking, which leads to better thinking process. Don't totally understand that. This is evident from the research conducted by Harvard University that which showed that children's intellectual performance improves by more than 70% when their learning process is entertaining. On the other hand, if the teaching is not interesting, students might lose interest very soon and eventually, very soon, eventually leading to lower intellect. Therefore, intriguing learning leads to better brain stimulation and hence improved cognitive skills. Secondly, allowing students in fun activities helps them to become better team players, which is an essential soft skill required for the job market. When students participate in team sports like football, which involves working with their classmates, they learn how to cooperate and coordinate with other people to succeed in the game. This way, they will start to appreciate others and comprehend the importance of working as a team to succeed. Contrarily, not sure about that word. I would prefer just in contrast, really. If the student is just studying alone with no interaction with other students, it would be difficult for them to develop such a soft skill. Therefore, participating in fun activities improves teamwork skills. Okay. It's fine. It's nice. I mean, there's those little grammar things that I keep having to correct. But I have a question for you. How does doing a sport I mean, here's my problem. You're talking about a sport, and then one could easily say, well, why does this have to be part of the school curriculum? Why can't they just, do this as an extracurricular activity? Why should this be part of school? So be careful that you're actually talking about the school curriculum being entertaining and not as an extracurricular activity. So you have to put this in the framework of the school, okay? Just be careful because one could say that this isn't really having to do with education in school, okay? Okay, let's see. So in conclusion, it's obvious that having more fun activities at school leads to enhanced cognitive abilities and social skills. All right, that's fine. Just keep in mind what I said about this paragraph, that you're kind of treading a precarious path there. All right, the next one is about activities that do lots of stuff. Let's see. It is argued that children develop better skills and more imagination if they engage themselves in more fun activity rather than just reading books. This essay totally agrees with the statement because they are more likely to excel in academic study and it builds confidence and creative skills, okay? Firstly, learning something through an enjoyable way can help children excel in their studies. This is largely because they can focus on the activity for a longer time without much distraction, as it is more engaging. This way, students comprehend things much better than those who just read books, as it is often very boring. For example, this is evident from the study by Oxford University that making learning more enjoyable, found making learning more enjoyable increases their learning ability, carefully meant learning, by 70%. As students gain more knowledge with better understanding, they tend to perform better in their academic exams than those involved just in boring reading. Okay, let's see. But is this a skill? Remember, we're talking about learning skills and creativity. Better skills and creativity. Are you really talking to me about that? Okay, you say that they gain more knowledge, but is that a skill? So be careful, okay? Just because they are doing their learning ability. Well, okay, maybe. Let me see. That making learning more endurable increases with their learning ability. I'm not really sure how on topic this is. I mean, you can see that I really have to look at it over and over more than twice. So that's not a good thing. In other words, whether it is on topic, well, no, let me try that again. If it is on topic, that should be really evident. So I have a question mark here about how well you've really talked to me about a skill, okay? Let's look at the second paragraph and see if you made it clearer here. Secondly, students can gain more self-esteem and become more imaginative. Through more enjoyable physical activities, children tend to try new things and conquer their fears, and they get a sense of accomplishment once they succeed, which boosts their confidence. Okay, no, there's something happening here. Students can gain more self-esteem and imagination. Through more enjoyable physical activities, children tend to try new things. I don't know what this means. Get rid of it. Conquer their fears, and they get a sense of accomplishment once they succeed, which also boosts their confidence. On the contrary, if a child sticks to reading books alone, they are less likely to think outside the box. For instance, a study by Harvard confirms that learning through an enjoyable activity increases creativity and confidence by 50% more than by just reading. It's quite evident from these that enjoyable activities are better than just reading. In conclusion, when the learning process is enjoyable, students perform better at studies and gain more self-confidence and creativity. Okay, okay, it's fine. There's other things that I would like to see personally. What you did is fine, and for your first essay, it's fine. I think that you could probably, how can I say this? Not speak so abstractly. I felt like a lot of times you were talking about these activities and these fun activities and physical activities, but it was all very abstract, and I wanted things that were more tangible. I wanted real examples and not so, yeah, just not so abstract. So, like you talk about learning ability. All right, what do you mean by learning ability? An activity without much distraction. Oh, really? Like what? Like, what are you talking about? Like, what kind of activity? Do you understand what I mean? Learning something through an enjoyable way. Now, this wasn't really talking about learning. This wasn't really talking about a school kind of environment. It was talking more about just, I always interpreted this as being during leisure time, like during a child's free time, whether doing something that they enjoy can develop these skills better than reading can. So one thing that always comes to my mind is art, is drawing, painting, some sort of craft. What kind of skills does that develop? Okay, it can develop if it's painting or drawing or sculpting. Even it can develop hand-eye coordination. Okay, fine motor skills. It can certainly develop creativity because it allows a child to kind of envision something in his head and then try to put it in, in physical form. So that's what I mean by not so abstract, like something a little more tangible, rather than kind of vague references to activities. Okay, that's what was missing for me here. But for your first essays, it's good. So keep it up. Now what you need to do is correct them. Based on this video correction, you need to create an error correction list where you write down all the mistakes that were pointed out, and then next to the mistakes what the corrected version is. And then of course you have to write us a new set of essays. So that's 3 things I want back from you, okay? Go ahead and get them started. We'll come back here, we'll revisit, we'll talk about your new essays, okay? Good luck.